Hello, boys and girls. Hello, hello, hello. Let's jump up and down. How are we doing? Welcome along. Are we all having a delightful Tuesday? Goodness me, I hope so. Hello. Big smiles. We've already got subs. Isn't that exciting? Denver Mills, 34 months. Thank you very much. Some guy called Edit Opher. No idea. 75 months from that guy, though. That sounds good. Somebody got paid today. Goodness me. Hello, YouTube, as well. How are we all doing? Are we all good? Are we all ready for some more shenanigans? Right. How are we, man? Why are Posh playing every time I stream at the moment? What's that all about, by the way? I think the last time we streamed, Posh were playing. Posh are playing again tonight. I'm missing matches. It's not okay. We're going to have to... Well, this is part Football Manager stream, part Peterborough United watch along. So we'll do a little bit of both. Hydrate. I did bring a can up. There we go. I will hydrate with some lovely old apple tango. Unkford. Thank you very much for the 40 months and the 5-month streak. There goes, this is me hydrating. And Glimmer Twin. Thank you very much for 63 months. I can see a few of you mentioning that you enjoyed the round table. Jolly good. There was no table. I feel like I was lied to. We all just did it from our own houses, which wasn't what I was led to believe was happening. But it was all right, wasn't it? It was all right. If only Reddit enjoyed the round table. It was an hour and a half long. Reddit would have got confused before they got anywhere near the end. I'm starting to enjoy my little relationship with Reddit. They irrationally hate me. Despite not watching any of my content or knowing anything about me. I love the made-up opinions and the made-up things that I've supposedly said. And I've noticed it's not just me. One of the most common things I'm noticing on Reddit, and I haven't been on there today, but a few people, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's loads of people over there who are attributing the Football Manager for the TikTok generation quote to Miles. And I don't think Miles ever said that, did he? I think that was from the article in The Verge. I think a reporter wrote that. That was his description of it. But somehow that quote and Miles have been merged together. And now one of the big criticisms is that Miles decided that the game was made for the TikTok generation. And I mean, I might be wrong. I don't ever remember him saying that anywhere, ever. So, yeah. Once I started seeing stuff like that, I was like, oh, okay. It's that kind of place. They're so tightly wrapped in their echo chamber. They don't actually pay any attention to what's going on around them. It's just all bouncing around internally. And yeah, I felt a lot better after that when I was like, oh, okay. There's no point trying. They're literally not listening. They're just whining for no reason. Right. Where did we get to? Tap Ears, thank you very much for 42 months. Hezzy, thank you very much for 18 months. Is there sound lag coming through on anybody else's stream? There shouldn't be sound lag, I don't think. On Saturday, I saw Mr. Tickle play for Wigan. The great thing was he wasn't in an orange shirt. Roger Hargraves would be very proud. That's awesome. I saw a full collection of Mr. Tickle and Little Miss books today. I was tempted. I Need Coca-Cola, thank you very much for 33 months. And Liam, thank you very much for 34 months. Bit suspicious that you two, one after the other. Well, we'll leave it a month before the other one gets enrolled. They'll never notice. Captain Man the Dan, thank you for 22 months. I could only assume it's now a month since the beta dropped, all the subs that are coming in. And having not really streamed for 6 months, beta launch night, we got a flood of new subs. And now we're getting a flood of resubs. So I'm assuming we've now had the game for a month or so. Or this is my first stream since we've had it for a month or so. What a lovely month it's been. I've had over 2 million views in that month. That's my greatest ever 30-day period in terms of views. So I've had a lovely time. Archduke Melon, thank you very much for 56 months as well. And yeah, let's crack on. Do we have a patch tomorrow? I'm not sure. Do we have a patch tomorrow? Any chance some of those views come out the way to LOLLUJO Live? I mean, some of them were on LOLLUJO Live. I'm counting that towards that number. LOLLUJO Live's not doing as badly as you make out. What you've got to remember Mr. Topher. It's nearly 250,000 views in the last month on LOLLUJO Live, which is not bad when I've only streamed like 8 times. It's a very different world from previous launches where I've streamed 20 consecutive days and we've had daily videos. I think in terms of individual content, we're doing all right on LOLLUJO Live. I'm just not streaming as often anymore, which we knew going in. I just don't have time to. I tell you what, boys and girls, if you want me to stream more often, the more people who watch, the more people who sub, the more people who become YouTube channel members, you know, the more people are interacting and enjoying the streams, the more often I'll do them. But yeah, there has to be, you know, there's many spinning plates here, so we have to fit it all in. And sometimes we have to make hard-nosed business decisions as part of fitting it all in. So if you want more streams, watch more of the streams. Get your mates involved. It really does come down to numbers a lot of the time. FOMO Flow, thank you for 31 months. Have I missed your thoughts on the Sunday afternoon football? Oh, yeah. Shall I put my Arsenal shirt on? I almost streamed Sunday night, but I had to tidy up. Our cleaner came at 8. We got a message from our cleaner saying they were coming at 8:15 on Monday morning, so obviously I had to do the pre-clean. So, yeah. Pre-clean had to be done before the cleaner comes. They only come every 2 weeks. And, yeah, I had to do the cleaner pre-clean on Sunday night. I play Football Manager. Who am I sharing anything? Oh, mates. I mean, you must have some mates. Football Manager players are cool. There wasn't any football on Sunday afternoon. I distinctly remember something along the lines of a player Spurs spent all summer trying to sign, decided to sign for Arsenal instead, and then he scored a hat-trick against them and made them look very silly. I remember something like that happening, but the details are hazy. What a lovely time. What a lovely time for football it is. There wasn't any last night either. I was streaming Lego last night when I heard about the Everton situation, and then somehow they still managed to win. I mean, honestly, if you're Man United and you play most of the match against 10 men because one of the opposition got sent off for slapping one of his teammates and you still lost, just give up and go home. Goodness me. Give up and go home. Right, should we play some Football Manager? We can chat about all this while we're playing Football Manager, can't we? That might work. Let's do an intro. Where did we get to in the last stream? Right. Boys and girls, I am declaring it here and now. If we don't get promoted this season, this save ends. Because I've spent a lot of money. We've spent a lot of time. We can't do another mid-table year. So we are going to start up the league table. Because we're going up as bleeping champions. Third time lucky. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. I mean, it's not started brilliantly. Can't show you in terms of fixtures because that's the latest bug, which hopefully will be fixed soon. That we can actually have a fixtures button that goes to fixtures again. Is there another button I can add to bookmarks that is equally broken and will send me to fixtures? Because I haven't really learned what all the icons are yet. So if I just put another button there, I'm not going to look at if it's the correct icon. I'm just going to go there looking for my fixture list. It is my most regularly clicked bookmark. I click these 4 basically. The rest of them I don't really interact with very often. But my inbox, my squad, my tactics and my fixtures I regularly use, and it is a bit of a blow. I guess I can go via portal, but it's an extra click then, isn't it? But this is how the season has started. After spending not a lot of money on transfers, but we are spending a lot of money now on salaries. So we only actually spent less than £1 million, which compared to previous seasons, the first season when we spent £8 million, and we've been stuck in this league for 2 years since, but we haven't spent loads and loads and loads of money. But, yeah, we do need to start winning. We really need to start winning. So we play against Chesterfield at the weekend. Have we rested the boys to get us ready for that? We haven't. Let's give them a little bit of a rest. And then get to the weekend. And then we can do a football. I think that's probably the easiest plan. Pre-cleaning for a cleaner. Sean Dyche wouldn't stand for this. Look. We don't have... We pay for 1 hour of cleaning every 2 weeks. The stuff I can do, I do. The cleaner's basically there to do the stuff that Anna used to do before her back got so bad that she couldn't anymore. That's the purpose of us having a cleaner. We're not fancy pantses. We pay for 1 hour every 2 weeks to basically have someone come round and clean the toilets and clean the bath and the shower and like mop the kitchen floor and all this stuff that I'm not going to do because I just don't have time to do it. So I do have to make sure that when they get here, they can access all those things and they're the only things that need doing. And at the moment, my landing, because it's now 2 days afterwards, my landing is now floor to ceiling with cardboard boxes that need to go to the recycling again, from a big Lego order that came like a week and a half ago. I couldn't have left that on the landing because they hoover. I hate hoovering, so the cleaner hoovers. How do you rest players? The way I just did. I'll show you again. So from your squad screen, I mean, it's the same way you always have. From the squad screen, just select all, right click, training, rest players. It's exactly the same way it was on FM24 and every FM previously for a long time anyway. Why do you think you're struggling so much this year with this save and you're not into legend save? Maybe time to start looking at stats. I mean, it's never going to be time to start looking at stats. I'm no pervert. It's just learning a new game. I mean, it's not that I would emphasize I'm not struggling at all in both saves. Every season I've played has been overachieving. We are doing better than we're supposed to be doing with the teams that we've got. We're just not overachieving in as much of an exaggerated way as we have done previously. Like this Peterborough team is in the relegation zone in real life and we're supposed to get relegated first season. The fact that we've been upper mid-table, again, overperforming both seasons, we're doing well. With Bedford, that's a team that even now is still expected to get relegated, even after the first however many episodes we've had. That Bedford team, media prediction is still should be getting relegated. Board are still like should be getting relegated. So yeah, everything is overperforming. So it's just not quite as exaggerated as it was on FM24 because I haven't learned all of the tricks and exploits. That's a good save from Spike Brits. That I try for as long as possible not to learn, but they do seep in by osmosis eventually. But like set pieces aren't working anywhere near as effectively as they were previously. So that's having an impact. I don't think big, tall strikers is necessarily the same exploit that it was before because we've had them. We had Bojan in this save and he only got like 20 goals. Liam Cullen is a little striker and he scored there. But we're still doing well. I'm not struggling. I just don't want to learn the meta because for as long as I don't know the meta, I think the content's better. I honestly don't understand how anybody can enjoy watching a YouTube series or a YouTube video where the creator just plugs in an overpowered tactic and wins the league straight away. It's like, well, what? Where's the story there? What are you watching? If it's inevitable that they're, 3 years now, I've won the Champions League. And if it always happens, if it's inevitable, what's the point? So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the game is going at the moment. I'd bite your hand off to have a striker scoring 20 goals a season at this point. Yeah, maybe. I mean, Terrell Whitaker for Bedford is doing all right. Or has done all right. I've found strikerless has been very effective this year. Well, luckily, it's not something I will try because I don't think it's... I was going to say I don't think it's a particularly realistic thing to do. And then you look at what Arsenal did to Spurs on Sunday, effectively playing strikerless. Because Marino wasn't playing in the normal number 9 role that he had done previously. It was very much... It was like a Football Manager strikerless system that Arsenal used on Sunday. So maybe strikerless is something that happens in real life, but only in that unique situation where all the strikers are injured. I think if Gyökeres had been fit, Arsenal would have played differently and would have played as a striker. Right, longish throw incoming. Look at us. Look at us go. Oh, look at it. Cullen. I've had no job offers in 4 seasons and I've done 2 promotions, which is weird because I've had a job offer with Bedford. And I've not had any promotions. But what I have done is plenty of coaching badges. So maybe that's something. Have you done coaching badges? Those of you who are not getting job offers. I think you got more hate for your Weetabix steak. I mean, almost as if, and we can talk about it. We can talk about it as the inner circle. You lot are allowed to know. It was almost as if I just got fed up of people doing the previous hate and was like, right, give them something to actually criticise that I don't care about. So all I've had for the last 24 hours now is people telling me I'm a monster for eating my Weetabix wrong. And I've not heard anything at all about Reddit, about round tables, about Football Manager. It's I've been on social media a long time. I know how to, right, let's put a stop to this nonsense I don't want to hear anymore. Give them something to really go for. That's a lovely goal by Archie Collins, by the way. Look at that. He's got this in him. Every now and again, he'll wallop one. And wallop. Lovely football. Mr. Gavler, thank you very much for 37 months. How do you eat your Weetabix? I didn't see it. I mean, I eat my Weetabix in many different ways, but one of my preferred ways, and it's something my dad did when I was a kid, so it was just normal in our house. And I get that if you've never done it, it's not particularly normal, but I would also say don't knock it till you've tried it, because although it sounds mental, it is delicious. But I spread it with butter and marmalade and eat it dry with butter and marmalade on. And it's really nice. What's the biggest size Lego I have? I mean, the biggest set I've got personally is the Avengers Tower, I guess, which is big. We do have in our house the biggest, like the biggest set ever made in terms of number of pieces. We have the big world map set above our bed, which is officially Anna's. Lovely. Like a thick slice of toast. Yeah, exactly. It's really nice. You should try it. I won't have anybody criticise Weetabix and marmalade until you've had it. It's really good. I sometimes do that with Weetabix too. There you go, see? It's not just me being crazy. It is a thing that people do. Formations with 2 strikers are the only way I can get my strikers to score a good amount. Interesting. I can't remember if we had a free... I think in with my Arsenal team in the beta, I think Gyökeres scored a lot of goals, if I remember rightly, playing up front on his own. So long ago now, I don't remember. So many things have happened since the beta. But I'm pretty sure we did all right with 1 striker with Arsenal. That's like eating Weetabix with water instead of milk. I mean, it isn't, because that would be horrible. I mean, in general, wet Weetabix is pretty grim. I mean, I've talked many times before, wet cereal in general is pretty grim. I like to combine my cereal with milk at the last possible moment. So there's milk and cereal in my mouth at the same time, but I don't want that. I don't want the cereal to be wet. I want crispy, delicious cereal with the freshness of cold milk on it. I don't want, I've seen people like put warm milk on Weetabix or loads of milk on Weetabix and then slosh it all up and just turning it into slop. That's horrible. Who wants wet slop? I'd much rather have something delicious and crunchy. You have a chance for a brand deal. Who would you choose? A, Weetabix. B, the butter company. C, the marmalade company. Balls to butter. There you go. I said it. You're not going to get me butter. Between Weetabix and marmalade, I would go with whoever paid me the most because they're both wonderful products. I don't really eat Weetabix in spite of the fact it's made in Northamptonshire. I hadn't considered trying it that way. I mean, it being made in Northamptonshire is a reason for me not to eat it. But putting marmalade, I feel like eating it the wrong way is my thumbing my nose at the cobblers. Fine, I'll eat your breakfast cereal, but I'm going to eat it wrong. And I'm going to continue to say mean, and you're going to like it. I work with a psychopath that puts a Weetabix in her coffee and calls it breakfast. I mean, I could see dipping a Weetabix into the coffee and eating it like a thick biscuit. I wouldn't want to put it in my coffee and leave it in there. That would be horrible. Ease off tackles. Thank you for the sub. Chris Spencer, thank you for 35 months. Why not have milk in one bowl and Weetabix in one bowl? I mean, I could. But sometimes I want to have it dry with butter and marmalade. She also puts a banana in tomato soup and calls it a salad. I mean, and people say I've got problems. Goodness me. How do I select multiple players to offer trials or scout? I'm having to do it one by one and it's driving me mad. So you should, I think, you can just highlight them and offer trial. Yeah. So shift click. Which, again, it's one of those fascinating things where you learn that people play the game in different ways. I've always shift-clicked. It's the way you would do it in Excel. So you click on the top one, hold down the shift button, click on the bottom one, and it highlights the whole list. There's no dragging over it, which apparently used to be in the game, even though I never knew it was and never used it. But yeah, you can still shift-click a list and then right-click anywhere on it, offer trials, do scouting. It's there. It's there. Weasel Gamer TV, thank you very much for 34 months. J Tiz, thank you for 44 months. Dragging over it is much easier. It's very annoying. Honestly, I can't imagine how dragging over it is any easier. It's the same motion. It's just, do I want to have to hold a button down? Or do I want to hold the mouse button? It's like hold a keyboard button down, hold a mouse button down. Otherwise, it's the same thing. I can't believe anyone could find any difference between the two of those. There's a lot to criticise FM26 about, but criticising it about that is bananas. Because honestly, it's the same. It doesn't matter. It's a very, 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 very minor inconvenience. Yeah. And only if you're used to doing it the weird way in the first place. Anyone who has ever used Excel for more than just word processing, which is weirdly what some people use it for, just typing everything in and then putting it in a table so they can copy and paste it into PowerPoint. Anyone who's ever come close to starting to use Excel properly would just instinctively shift click it. I'm certain they would. How Posh are we winning the league? We're going to, yes. Both in-game and in real life. The resurgence has begun. Look at us being a good team. We're going to do a goal here, for example. Oh, we nearly did. We nearly did. The other thing, of course, if you don't even want to shift click it, you could just Control A the list, and that'll select the whole list. You don't even have to do top and bottom. And that is indisputably and undeniably easier than either of the other options if you want to select everything on the list rather than just the top bit of it. Now you can tick boxes and use the action buttons. I think the box ticking thing is purely for console, surely. You can't Control A anymore. Really? I'm going to check that after this match. I'm not sure that's true. Not that I've tried. Again, I just never would. And I rarely want the whole list. Don't know about now, but when the game came out, you couldn't. Interesting. Am I watching Posh play tonight against Steven Gerrard? We will be doing a watch along. Yes, when it starts. It doesn't kick off for it's not 7:30, is it? Is it 7:45? I haven't actually checked. Should we get the telly on? I think it's 7:45. But we'll get it is 7:45. There you go. Unless it changed, you can't Control S to save either. Again, I've just never thought to do that. The game autosaves. It autosaves once a week, and it autosaves when I quit the game. I can't imagine any other situation where I need to... just can't imagine needing to save it manually. When do you need to save it manually? Oh, Louis Barry! What a special boy! Lovely stuff. I missed the start of the series. Did I go house shopping? Not in this one, no. I don't need to move house to manage Peterborough. I don't live that far away. I can commute from where I live now. You absolutely can Control S to save. Oh, there you go. You can. I can't imagine why you would, but I guess you can. When you want to click on a highlight, that's when you need to save first. I have heard that's a little bit ropey. It's not something I ever need to do. Those of us who play our matches don't need to ever go back and click on highlights from old matches. We remember watching them the first time. It's only... Oh, it's Louis Barry. Louis Barry. I don't have reliable power here in my country, plus crashes, so I save manually. Why don't you just have it auto-saving once a day? You can have it auto-save every day, every week, every match. Louis Barry is proving to be worth every penny. I've got a spare room 4 miles from the stadium. There you go. I mean, my dad lives relatively nearby. I can sleep over at his if we have an evening match and I don't want to drive back. It's only like 45 minutes back from London Road to my house. Maybe a little bit longer. Once a day is too much. I do once a week. But the game can literally automatically do it once a week. That's what mine's set to do. You don't need to manually save it once a week. It will do it for you. Why are you manually doing it? You lot baffle me at times. Right. It's hard to find Posh on here with so much Champions League stuff cluttering up the menu. Who cares about Champions League? Oh, it doesn't start for 1 more minute, the coverage. So we'll give it a minute. Phil, thank you very much for 16 months. Yeah, I'll care about the Champions League tomorrow, but no one cares about it tonight. There's nothing important happening tonight. Who's playing tonight? None of the big teams, looking at this. It looks like a Europa League night looking through this. Although no Spurs, so it's not full Europa League. But it's mainly Europa League. Chelsea, Barcelona. Exactly. Europa League. No one cares about Chelsea versus Barcelona. I'm going to see Chelsea at the weekend. It's going to be very exciting. I think I might have to pretend to be a Chelsea fan. I've not got the details through yet. Still. But I'm being wooed by a brand. And they said, would you like 2 tickets for a Chelsea match? And I was like, not really. They're playing Arsenal. Go on then. Go on then, I'll come. You let team train, individual training for your assistant. Yes, on every version of Football Manager and Championship Manager before it. I've never done my own training. I don't own a tracksuit. I don't believe in them. I don't think it's realistic for a fat man to take training. Who would listen to me? I save before interactions and negotiations just because they're so ridiculous and have never worked properly. Cheating. And you put all their players in their best roles. Mostly, yeah. Not always. I mean, for example, I can give you an example with this team. So, for example, this guy's best role is advanced centre-back, but I don't want to use an advanced centre-back. We're using wing-backs. I really don't want to leave just one centre-back back. So, everyone else is in their best role, and they've been signed specifically because they can play the roles I want them to play. So we've deliberately signed players who can fit into the system that we want, but he's playing his second best role of ball-playing centre-back. But mostly, I'll look to put people in their best role. So that's how you get the best out of them. You play them in their best position. Look at us, charging up the league now, by the way. Look at us. We're going to win the bleeping league. Right, I'm going to test Control A and Control S. That was the other thing I wanted to do. So, Control A doesn't work. At least not on the squad screen. Let's see if it works on the player database. No, Control A does not work. Can confirm Control A does not work. Control S does work. What even is an advanced centre-back? It's basically the non-foreign word for libero. Because we can't use foreign words anymore, apparently. Football Manager positions have gone through Brexit, finally. And we no longer have liberos, carrileros, mezzalas, trequartistas, raumdeuters. Anything exotic is gone and been replaced with a boring English version of it. So the libero has become the advanced centre-back. I certainly no more Italian or German because I've woke. I mean, not that I want to be pedantic. You know me, boys and girls. Not want to be pedantic. I would say removing all the foreign sounding words and replacing them with English ones is about as opposite of woke as it's possible to be. It's literally at the opposite end of the scale. Right. Why am I discussing stuff with somebody? I don't want to do discussing. I like the podcast. As a casual, I have my fun with the game. Didn't buy FM24. I think it always I think it looks way better than it did before. Just some stuff is way too hidden. I also wish I could save more bookmarks, like my favourite club. If they fix the bugs and change the UI to put some more stuff prominent, then I'm fine. That's why I liked your POV of the game the most. Thank you very much. Very kind of you to say. I mean, and I completely agree. I think bookmarks, I mean, as much as I get upset, can we just check? Is Ben in the chat? I know he lurks sometimes. Can we just have somebody check if Dr. Benji is in either chat, please? Before I say my next sentence, because I don't want this getting back to him and I don't want him hearing it firsthand. This is unacceptable. I'm assuming we have now checked and he's not in there. He's not on Twitch. I don't think he knows how to use YouTube anymore. I think he's forgotten his YouTube login. So we should be safe from YouTube as well. Ben was right when he said they're not bookmarks, they're shortcuts. I think he said that in the round table. Yeah, you should be able to put anything on these rather than just having like this stuff on here that I've put on there just to use the 12. I'm never going to need a shortcut to get me to bookmark to you've set up. Never. But I would like to be able to get to, there's stuff that I would like to be able to get to, like my transfer history. One of my biggest pet peeves is from here, you can't get to transfer history. There is nowhere on there where transfer history lives. And you go, okay, well, I'll click on transfer activity though. Oh no. Surely there's a tab on here for transfer history. No, there's not. To get to transfer history, you have to go in here or go onto the drop down and go all the way down. Or you have to go in there and then you can go to more and find it that way. This is one of my most commonly used screens. I don't know if potentially that is me talking as a content creator, because obviously in a YouTube video, I'll load this screen up and talk you through the transfers that have happened since the last video. So maybe it's not a screen that a lot of people use regularly. But for me, I use this screen all the time. I'd like to bookmark it, please, but you can't. So I mentioned before, I only really use 4. If I could bookmark anything I wanted, this would be the 5th. And there's probably other screens as well that I would want to be able to get to a little bit easier. But stuff like that, I'm sure it probably is coming. I think I said it on the round table. If not, I've said it recently. One of the reasons there's no customization currently, or very limited customization, is because it doesn't work, or it doesn't work as it is. It doesn't work when they've locked everything in place. The last thing they want is everybody moving stuff and customizing everything. So I guess the progress we're going to look at is fix all the bugs, make sure everything's working, add in all the features that were supposed to be in that aren't in yet, then add in some customization and let us get a little bit freer with it, and maybe be able to customize this screen and be able to customize bookmarks a little bit more. And I think we will reach the point where it's as customizable as FM24. I just don't think, I mean, we've seen how unstable the game is as it is. Imagine how much worse it would be if you could customize and change everything. It's one of the reasons I've not added any like mods. And oh dear, that's poor defending. We have quite a high line there, boys and girls. Yeah, I'd like to turn off the 2D view, definitely. And I'm sure stuff like that will come in time. That is just shockingly bad defending. Oh my word. You can by clicking on the transfer history bit in that window. Yeah, but you can't get directly there from the main portal. You can't get to the transfer history screen in one click. And that's what I want to be able to do. I want to be able to bookmark it. And I'm sure we'll get there. It's just, it'll be a while. Ask for a refund. I've already had a refund. I bought probably 20 copies of FM26. We've just scored a near post corner. Come on! That's a thing of beauty. This is what we signed Finley Burns for. Near post corner. As I was saying, yeah, I've bought like 20 copies of FM26. I did get a refund on one of them. The one that I bought on Epic Games. Because the only reason I bought it is on beta release day, I think I can share this. After we all knew the release date, after we all knew the release time, like they'd announced to everybody it was coming out at 8 p.m, was it? I forget what time it was. Was it 8 p.m. or 6? I think they'd put on Twitter that it was going to be out at 8 p.m. About 7:45, there was a message in the, come along then. 6 in 10 for February. Come on. Beautiful stuff. Look at us go. About 15 minutes before the beta was due to drop, there was a message shared in the creator Discord from SI. Don't share this anywhere, but it might be going live on Epic slightly before Steam. So I went and bought it on Epic as well. In the end, it didn't. And I had it downloaded on Steam before Epic even unlocked. But I did buy it on Epic just to try and get a 5-minute head start on my beta video. And then when it was the Steam version that came first anyway, I refunded my Epic one, having never even downloaded it. But yeah, I think it's fair to mention that now. Yeah, it did end up being a little late on Epic, which is the ironic thing. 15 minutes before, they thought it was going to be slightly earlier on there. I mean, it's just different platforms with their different processing times, I guess. Maybe they pushed the Epic button before the Steam button, but Epic still managed to take a little bit longer. Who knows? I don't know the ins and outs of it. Jim, thank you very much for 27 months. If you click on the bit that says history on either side of transfer in or outs. Right, we'll check after the match. I don't think there's a way to go from the portal to the transfer history screen. I think what you're describing is I need to be on the recruitment tab already. And so that's then 2 clicks. When I come out of this match, I want to be 1 click away from the transfer history screen, which is what it would be if I had a bookmark. Look at how good we are. I think I'll be 2 clicks away, but we'll see. Maybe I'll get there in 1 click. Double Y guy, thank you for 15 months. Look at us go, boys and girls. We're a good team. We are all of a sudden a good team. The RNG is with us tonight, which is very exciting. I'm on Epic. It was annoying. I mean, I would argue, serves you right for being a hipster. Who buys games on Epic? Goodness me. You couldn't even use my discount code on Epic. Technically, you could click search, then type. I would say every time I have to press a key, that's a click. So that's even more clicks. I want 1 action. And each mouse click or keyboard press is an action. I want to be... I don't think it's an unreasonable thing to ask for. And I don't think you could do it in 1 click on FM24 either. It's just, if we're adding bookmarks, let's make them an improvement, is what I'm thinking. And the way to make them an improvement is by, on that screen, I want to be able to actually get to the thing that I want to get to quickly. I found also that some stuff is there, you just don't see it, like the recruit staff members from the staff overview. I always clicked around, then there's a lot of stuff that is hidden. We know that. 2 clicks. Oh, I agree, 2 clicks isn't that bad. But if you're going to give me bookmarks, if you're going to give me 12 bookmarks, and I'm only using 4 of them, I'm saying I would like to customize a 5th one for a screen that I go to quite a lot. I don't need it now. But if we're talking about a long-term thing, I'd quite like to be able to just go straight to the transfer history screen. It's a screen I use a lot. Logan, thank you for 43 months. Hover over the recruitment triangle thing, select transfer history. We'll try. The point of bookmarks is to get to the screen you want. Yeah, exactly. And I'm only using a few of them because the screens that I want to be able to get to quickly, some of them, aren't available as bookmarks. It's weird that they've given us bookmarks, but then given us a limited number of things that we can bookmark. I don't really understand the logic. Why don't just on every single screen have a little thing in the corner where you can hit a drop down and add it as a bookmark? I don't understand why you can't just bookmark anywhere and go anywhere. Seems odd. I only found out today you can right click on things and it gives you options to go to. Like if you're on the portal overview, you can right click on the league. Can you? I might have only found that out today as well. We'll have a look at that in a minute. See, we're learning together. This is good. This is what streaming is for. We're learning how to play the game together. I just want to see the Posh 11 in real life rather than in game, because in real life we are about to kick off the biggest match of the night. I'm sure you'll all agree. It's the one you're all watching. I know it's the one you're all watching because you care about the Posh. That's a good 11. That is a jolly good 11. The bookmarks having the same icon is weird. Probably why fixture list takes you to calendar, as whoever coded it copied the calendar one. The thing is, it didn't. That's something that fixture bookmark worked fine until the most recent update. And I suspect when we get the next update, which I guess is due this week at some point, it'll revert back again because they'll have realised that something they changed on the last update broke that bookmark. I don't really know how that happens, but it did somehow. Right, so from here, I want to be one click to transfer history, and I just don't think you can be from here. It'd be nice if I could just... But I get you can... I mean, I guess you can hover over it. Are we counting that as one click? I mean, it's a lot of faffing. I don't want to have to go down a massive long list, but I'm not actually clicking there. I'm hovering. So I guess you can. And from here, apparently you can get to transfer history from here. Someone said how to do it. If you click on the bit that says history on either side of transfer in. So what are we talking about on the transfer activity page? Where does it say history? I'm not seeing it. But you're telling me from here I can right click on this? Or can we only do this in certain places? So can I right click on youth setup? The example you gave was the league. So you said I can right click on... I mean, that doesn't seem to work. Right, hold on. YouTube are telling me to go back. Right, we've gone back to here. So where am I clicking? What am I clicking? To get to transfer history from here? Twitch will be with you in a minute with the right clicking. YouTube are helping me with transfer history at the moment. I like the fact that each platform has taken ownership of one issue. Come on, YouTube. Don't fail me now. What am I doing here? If you click on the bit that says history on either of the transfer in or out amounts, where does it say the transfer in or out amounts? Click on the amount spent next to transfer in. Can anyone navigate bottom right? Transfer in. What, down here? Transfer room? Can't be that. There's no amount down there. Big middle transfer activity panel. Here. Ah, okay. So from there you click history. Nope. That takes you to activity. Click on the transfer amount. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. So if you click on that one, it takes you there. But if you click on the money, it takes you where you want to go. That is so stupid. And then likewise, I think we've got a similar issue here. So if I right click just in this box, which the whole point of having these boxes, which by the way, when you click on them, talking from a user experience perspective, when you click on them, they do highlight. The entire box is highlighted. So that feels like it's a button. That's an action. And if I left click anywhere on it, it will go through. But for me to right click on it, the only place I can right click is on the name itself, the hyperlink for the name. And if I right click on that, I can get to see. That's useful to know. But why? I mean, that's cool. But why do I have to click on the actual words itself rather than just anywhere in the highlighted button that I'm on? So anywhere that hyperlinks, I can do that, can I? And there don't seem to be many places that hyperlink. So, okay, so anywhere that there's a hyperlink, so I can do a team meeting from here. I'm now looking for hyperlinks. I mean, there's no way to know that something is a hyperlink until you hover over it either, which again is a bit ropey. There's very few of them. It almost feels like that's some accidental functionality that has maybe been in there from a previous version of this as they were developing it. And they've taken it out almost everywhere, but forgotten it in a couple of places. You can make hyperlinks stand out in options, can you? That might be a cool thing to do. How do I do that? So it's probably in visual, I would think. Highlight hyperlinks in text. So does that... So it keeps them underlined the whole time. So now we know anything that's underlined like that. No, it's not, because... It does it in some places, but not all the places, because that one isn't. Oh my word. Hyperlinks are probably bigger text. It's not that, because that text is the same size as this text. That's a hyperlink. That's not. There's just, again, we're not doing this. There's a lot of inconsistencies. It's fine though. A lot of this stuff I don't actually need to be able to do. So it's fine. Let's rest the players and go and have a lie down. Oh, goodness me. Where's my beverage? Right. So we're playing the Virtu Trophy now. The thing to remember is all that kind of stuff is the stuff that eventually they will get round to. And none of what we've just gone through is a high priority. The game is completely playable with those issues in. They don't matter. So it'll just be nice when they do get fixed. But I'm not going to be upset if that doesn't happen for months or ever. I've played enough Football Manager over the years to know that might be a thing that doesn't get fixed until FM29. When I was learning the UI in FM22, where and why were the words I said a lot. I know, because that's the thing. Those of us who've been playing the game for years and years and years, we picked it all up very, very slowly. And we were learning where stuff was and how it works as that stuff was being added to the game, which is very different to having a very complicated, bloated game. Why am I playing a Virtu Trophy match? We're going to instant result this. But like they would add a thing and then we'd learn how to use that thing and where that thing was. And then that thing would become second nature. And then next year they'd add another thing. We don't care about this much. Whereas now we're having to do it all in one go, which is a very different experience. Does it not tell us the result on here anywhere? We lost. Oh no. What will we do? Oh, we probably need to rest the players. That's what we'll do. When do we play next? 3 days. And it's top-ish of the table clash. because Reading are second and we're in great form and charging up the table. Largely thanks to this man who has been very good since arriving. What a signing. When you instant result, if you click on don't use match plan, there's some options like go for a big win, play for a draw. It sounds like a lot of unnecessary faffing. All right. Posh winning yet in real life? IRL winning? Not yet. Give us time. That's what we do now. We win. I think those instant result options were in versions of the game that had a proper instant result rather than the fudged together one that got put in skins. I think console had those because it had a proper instant result button. It had those instant result options. It was just those of us who added an instant result to a PC skin where it wasn't supposed to be. I don't think it had the extra options on there, but I don't think that's particularly new functionality in general. Do you want to play in that role? Yeah, you know what? You can play in that role. Let's not shuffle the system around too much. Right, this is a big match. If we are serious about getting promoted, we're away from home against the team second in the league. So I propose we do a football. I wanted to look at the league table then. I will do a posture check. There you go. Preston takeover rumours. In game or in real life? Come on, let's do a football. Do you realise how much more control you have of this game than when you started? Cullen scored. Do you realise how much more control you have of this game than when you started? I don't know what the second half of that sentence is. I'm lost. We did a goal though. Transfer history is also at the bottom of the club overview screen. I'm glad it's in loads of places. The one place I want it to be is on my bookmarks though. So if they could sort that out for me, that'd be super. But in the meantime, super glad it's everywhere else that I don't want it, that I'm not going to look for it. That's tremendous. Right, we were going to look at the league table, weren't we? Oh my word! That snuck up on us. Where's that come from? Now I really want to win. Ah, cheat. Hideous. That's because we realised we were top of the league briefly. I think that's the first time in this save we've been top of the league at any point. So it was a nice little moment that is now over. Boo. I miss my touchline tablet. I never liked the touchline tablet. Touchline tablet was rubbish. I miss the match day interface from like FM19 where it was completely customizable and you could surround this screen with little boxes with like this screen now would have the league table on, the current result, the current scores on. It would be all over it. Anyone who never played that version of FM doesn't realise how good we used to have it and how it's been rubbish for 5 years. Yeah, that side of things. Good football goal. Barry's great. Cullen's scoring. What a time to be alive. I was about to say it's because you looked at the league. It's like clicking a player in the match, then they go and score against you. I know. I mean, I did have no idea we were going to be top when I looked. We were like 6th going in. There must be some weird results going on today. Now, I think the biggest breakthrough for this screen will be when they let us remove this, which they surely will at some point because so many people are asking. What do the icons do for the home and away teams on the 2D screen? What those icons? Nothing. They're not icons. They're just parts of the pitch graphic. Or jack skin. See, I never used jack skin. I never used a skin. It's just, I never thought it was that bad. Which I know infuriates people. Because Kev's having an opinion again. Goodness me. But yeah, I never felt the need to skin previous versions of FM. So I'd probably do a skin on this one. Robbo, thank you very much for the raid and welcome along, Raiders. How are you doing? Are you having a lovely evening? You've joined us on a Peterborough United doubleheader where we're trying to get promoted from League One in-game whilst also watching them play in real life on the television. It's all very exciting. We're drawing in both of those scenarios now. We were briefly top of the league there for a minute, boys and girls. We were top of the league. We're now back down to third again. This is a top of the table clash. So if we could do a last minute near post corner, that would be delicious, I think is the word for it. My beard is growing alarmingly fast. Bless him, he's delirious. I mean, it is the 25th of November. I could have grown a new arm, never mind a beard, in 25 days. Why has the match gone off my TV? What's going on? I hate Sky, whatever it is, Sky Sports Plus. The idea is great. The implementation is bobbins. I really don't have to resort to watching the Champions League when there's League One on telly. I need to send a message to the powers that be of what real fans want to watch. But it is locked up. The whole box is just locked up and broken. Right, this is the goal, by the way. We're going to do a goal here. My screen is just... Right, now the box is turning off and on again. Sometimes Sky Stream thinks you're no longer there and turns itself off. I mean, I literally started this show half an hour ago. Where does it think I've gone? The football match I'm watching is 15 minutes in. The one that I was sat there refreshing, waiting to be able to load up at 7:30. And it's like, oh, he's had his half an hour. He's watched 15 minutes of this match he's been waiting around for all evening. Let's just turn the box off. We're not going to check with him first. We're just going to turn it off. And we're going to do it really slowly so it takes a good 3 or 4 minutes to come back on. So he misses all the goals. I just miss having a dish. We've got a dish outside the house as well. We're just not connected to it. We never had these problems with a dish, though. When do we play next? 5 days? My box is still... Is it still 0-0 in the Posh game? I am fuming. Fuming. Oh, the box is coming back on, boys and girls. Apparently Chelsea are playing a football match tonight as well. Who cares when Posh are on? Why is the match that I was watching now not at the top of the interface? Obviously, I want to continue watching the one I was watching before. Really wants me to watch Chelsea, which is weird, because isn't that on Prime anyway? Why are they pushing the match on the other service? There we go. It's back on now. Still 0-0. I don't mind Netflix asking me if I'm still watching, because at least you can say, yeah, I am, don't ask me again. This thing just turns itself off. It's very silly. Right. Who are we playing next? Walsall. Are they any good? Have you checked if there's a setting you can change? I don't change settings. I like to leave things to default. You're talking to the man who doesn't change his desktop background. I want to avoid settings as much as possible. I just want everything to work exactly the way I want it to work, straight out of the box with no complication. Is that too much to ask? I want the entire world to be custom designed for my convenience. I don't think that's too much to ask. I find it hard to see the team of the week. That feels like a challenge. How do we find the team of the week? Team of the week, 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 team of the week. Oh, it'll be in awards, surely. Surely it's in awards. Yes! That was easy. Try and make it hard for me. Right click. Awards. Team of the week. Boom. Bookmark it. Yeah, you can't. But it's there. What about season preview? Season preview is even easier. That's, oh no, hold on. I was trying to right click and I left clicked. So you just go, no, I was right the first time. You go there, there, and there for season preview. That one's easy as well. That one's basically where it used to be. You go to the league and then click there. So that one's easy. Penalty for Stevenage. This isn't ideal. Let's just watch this save. I can't look at chat in case your feed's ahead of my feed. So I'm not looking at chat for a minute while I watch this penalty be taken. Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks. Wasn't sure if there was an option on right click. I mean, what's transfer rumours? See, what is this? I don't know about this. This is fun, potentially. Newcastle have already scored against Marseille. Have they, by golly? I don't change my desktop background. Why would you change your desktop background? What's wrong with the one that Windows have picked out for you? They've spent a lot of money selecting a good desktop background. I don't want to put those lovely people out of a job. I don't care what's on the background because the desktop, guess what, boys and girls? I don't ever see it. It's behind whatever I'm doing. The only time I see my desktop background is very briefly when I first turn my computer on 3 times a year while I'm waiting for whatever software I'm planning on using to load up. So not only do I not change my desktop background, right now off the top of my head, I can't tell you what it is, even though I've never changed it. Is my desktop still a cluttered mess? Is there a way to minimize Football Manager? Is that asking too much? It's not. Matt tidied it up. He put it all in a folder in my Dropbox. Every now and again, Matt can log into my computer remotely now. So every now and again, he just tidies things up, installs things, fixes things. He's a good boy. The one time I changed my desktop background was when I decided to be a real streamer for 6 months and experimented with having one of those wide monitors on its side to put the chat in like the cool kids do. And I changed the background to a giraffe because it was a tall one and it amused me. Just a giraffe, shoulders up with his head, top hat, monocle, typical giraffe picture. But then I realised there was literally no benefit in having that third monitor for that purpose. And anyone who does it is just a tryhard. I can see the chat just fine. How many monitors do you need? I've got 2 monitors. One's got the game on, one's got OBS and the chat on. And then I've got the telly. I don't need... Why do you need an extra monitor just for your chat? Weirdos. Do I just have Matt on retainer? Yeah. Matt's already said when I get my big warehouse studio, he's going to come and join the company full time. And he's going to have his own office in there, and he's just going to be like director of projects and Matt things. I just need like another couple of million subscribers so I can afford to pay him what he's actually worth, which is more than I earn myself now currently, I imagine. Could Matt remote in and start the stream for me? I guess so. One for my game, one for my Twitch/YouTube, and one for social media. Do you not have a phone? I do my social media on my phone. Why own a phone if you're going to do social media on a computer? For ages, I wasn't even logged into Twitter on my computer. Careful with the Blizzard answer. I feel like that's a reference I don't get because I'm out of touch with young people. I'm vaguely aware of what Blizzard is. I don't understand the context of the rest of it, though. Am I playing Wales? Yeah, probably. Or Walsall. I just have the game on my laptop, sat on the couch, Kev on the big telly. That is the correct way around to do it. Any more biscuit streams? No. But they were fun while they lasted, though, weren't they? No new ones for now. Who knows when the next biscuit stream will appear, if ever. I certainly enjoyed it. I could certainly have... We've eaten them all now. I could take some more free biscuits. I do love free biscuits. Ba-ba-da-bum, 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 ba-ba-da-bum. Right, do a football. Oi! Don't kick him! He's my Fabregas regen. You can't kick him. Here he is, look. Here he is, look. Silky. Hopefully Weetabix will be the next sponsor. That'd be good. I'm doing all I can to get Weetabix to sponsor me. I'm talking about them on the internet. I'm eating their foods correctly. Or marmalade. Marmalade works. The thing is, marmalade's a bit generic, isn't it? The marmalade doesn't matter in this scenario. But if you try and give me a supermarket wheat biscuit, I'm going to poke you in the eye. So the Weetabix is the key thing in this scenario. Any marmalade will do, he says, for now. My marmalade opinion is for sale. If anyone wants to force me to have stronger opinions on the marmalade. Have you considered trying shredded wheat? What, with marmalade on? I mean, I do eat shredded wheat, but I have that with milk, like a boring person. Peach marmalade. Is peach marmalade a thing? I like lemon marmalade. I've got banana. Is it jam or marmalade? I went to Fortnum and Mason last time I was in London and got myself some fig preserve and some banana preserve, and they're both delicious. I like preserves. What's my favourite brand of peanut butter? Whole Earth. I don't like my peanut butter to be full of sugar. I just like mashed up nuts. That's all I want. I grew up being told to never eat shredded wheat. Yeah, so did I, but then I tore myself an extra bum hole, and eating more fibre is quite important to stopping that happening again. So those of you in your 40s will know the danger of not eating shredded wheat. I'd rather not know which direction west is and have a fully intact anus. So you got to pick your battles as you get older. Of all the things for my wife to overhear. Hello, Mrs. Mushroom Man. I did tear my anus because I didn't eat enough fibre. I had to get loads of Vaseline up there for weeks while it healed. And with that, we're off for our dinner. Enjoy it. Make sure you have plenty of fibre. It cost me, I had to buy a sit-stand desk because I couldn't sit. I still sit on the egg pillow now. I haven't played these games since Championship Manager 0203. Now into my 4th season with Rochdale, loving it so far. Only just found your content, making my way through your library. I am genuinely sorry that you've had to hear about my anus this early in your journey through my content. I'd like to say it doesn't come up very often. It's all because of the best thing from vlogs. What is? What, the pillow? I'm lost now. I don't know what's going on. At least it wasn't the exploding penis story. I've told that this year. I'm not telling that again. Especially now Peter Kay's basically stolen that entire routine and it's part of his current show. I'm not suggesting that Peter Kay watches my streams and steals my material. I might be suggesting one of his many writers might have stumbled across that bit and written it into his routine. Because genuinely, when me and Anna went to watch him, she looked at me with a "he's doing your bit" face. So yeah, I need to sue Peter Kay for stealing my material. I always have this issue. I see content creators, other teams in my leagues play star players for like 50 plus games just fine. Yet I rotate enough for most important players playing 35, 40 games a season, but somehow I've always got jaded and resting issues every 3-4 games with star players. Is it tactic intensity? I even have tons of recovery and rest in the training schedule. Yeah, it'll be tactic intensity. Rather than putting rest in the training schedule, I would literally just rest the players for a couple of matches, for a couple of days after every match. If you're playing again within 7 days, by the way, this is a top of the table match. If you're playing again within 7 days, rest your players for 2 days from training completely. And that will sort them out. It could have happened to him easily. He stole my material. It's the only logical explanation. And I tell it better anyway. Even for players who are developing attributes, resting won't stunt it. I mean, is it going to upset you to know that I never look at the attributes and don't really care about any of that? So I don't know the answer. It certainly never caused me a problem. My players develop just fine and I've always done it. And when I say they develop just fine, I couldn't tell you if their attributes are increasing, but like young players become really good players eventually. I don't look at the attributes at all. I couldn't tell you the attributes of any of the players in this team, or if they're moving in one direction or the other or staying the same. I don't know what they're doing in training. I don't know what they're doing between matches. They might be working in WH Smiths for all I know. They might be in a gang. Right, should we do a goal here? I think we should. Ah, I see. Has anyone found a way to set the default rest to 2 days? Would you need to? I doubt that WH Smith was sold. It's still in airports and service stations and train stations. Basically everywhere I ever saw WH Smith, it's still in all those places. I haven't seen one of the TG Joneses yet. I still see WH Smith 3 or 4 times a week in various places. Oh, tell me that. So what's it? Oh, no, I don't want to do a penalty. What is he doing? I mean, that is one way to distract the opposition, I guess. When signing a player, what is it you look for? Do you just look for star ratings and age? Pretty much height. Yeah. I mean, I'll occasionally glance at the physical attributes because they're the only ones that really matter. So if they're tall but also fast, then I'm probably going to like them. But I don't go into it in much more detail than that. I just don't think it's needed. Actually, we can probably leave him there. Where? What was he before? I think it was that. So we're getting Chong on to push forward a little bit. We probably should have brought Leonard on to play there. That was literally Leonard's role. But I'm going to bring him on up front. Oh, God. Louis Barry having an absolute nightmare game. What's happened there? He's been our best player for ages. And now all of a sudden, he's not doing football anymore. Right, undo everything. We need to take Barry off. So we do that. And then we're going to bring Leonard on for him. And get him up there. Where he's going to do that. This is more like it. And then, and we're going attacking. Sorted. We should probably go very attacking. Come on! Kick him in the eye! What's Leonard doing all the way back there? Right, come on then. Football goal. Football goal. Oh, what a goal! That's what we're spending all the money on. We've finally got a piece of football out of Chong. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We've dropped down to ordinary attack and we want to win the game. We want to go top of the league again. We loved it there. It was excellent. Right, he's tired, so we can swap them. And then bring a big boy on at the back. Let's do a goal. Man City are losing. Who are they playing? Do a goal. Do a goal! Nearly. I mean, a draw here is fine. I would prefer to win. Bayer Leverkusen. Okay. Doobity-doo, doobity-doo. Doobity-doo, doobity-doo. Right, let's have a little look at the league table. I mean, it's not disastrous. We're still only 3 points off the top. It's quite tight at the top of the league. Of course he's grateful. You should be grateful. I've treated you right. After you came in and immediately destroyed your knee. You silly boy. Imagine losing to a German team in the Champions League. I know. Pathetic. It is the blankety blank theme tune. What of it? How about something where viewers can buy you food? I feel like that's very out of nowhere. Who wants to buy me food? I mean, is there a way for you to just pay for my Sainsbury's shopping? Do me an online order? You can order my turkey. Oh, is he only in on loan? I thought he was my forever friend. He's not even playing as well as he was earlier. I mean, he's got 8 goal contributions, so he's not doing too badly. What's the problem? What role did we agree to play him in? As a midfield playmaker. That's literally what he's been doing. He has been playing that a lot. He's only on your books temporarily, but you have a duty to... Yeah, I just told you. I am playing him there. That's literally the role he's playing in. Are you serious? There's 2... Oh, for goodness sake. Sorry for making him an advanced playmaker. I'll change it to midfield playmaker because it's such a crucially different role. I mean, honestly, what's the difference? Can we now add a player instruction to tell him to get forward more? No, not fewer. How counterintuitive is that? So that is so backward. Yeah, let's reduce it down to more. That's bananas. There you go. So I think he's now going to pretty much do the same thing as he would have done before. It'd be fun to order donuts and they get delivered during the stream and he eats them. Or Chinese takeaway or whatever. Would that be fun? I mean, I don't mind eating donuts. You did more fiddling with tactics than in the last 10 years. I know. I think the tactics thing is a huge upgrade on this game. I actually use it. It just feels more intuitive. Like I actually know what stuff is doing. Rather than it just being weird football words. So I'm having a lovely old time. Right, who are we playing? Barnsley. So sounds like someone needs to go find a site of blokes eating donuts and Chinese on screen. There must be a section of Twitch just for that. Mukbangs. You've got me wanting to play FM26, so I've caved. Congratulations, you'll have a lovely time. Seen someone doing a 3-2-4-1 tactic and scored loads. Blooming hipsters. Oh, look at that from Barry. Oh my word, what a goal. The little roll of the ball with the inside of his foot. This is the kind of animation that just wasn't in the game previously. Look at this touch here, there. Oh. And then the finish is pretty good as well. But the dribbling, lovely stuff. Is the selection device not picking your bench a bug? It seems to be, yeah. It's been in there since the beta. I should probably have raised it as a bug because I doubt anyone else is using selection advice. It's just me. And I don't mind just picking the bench separately. That was a good goal, by the way. I enjoyed that very much. Ah, fiddlesticks. Do we have... I'm getting a flashback. Do we have a tall striker joining us in January? Because there was nothing on the transfer activity tab. I feel like we have a lengthy young man coming to play with us in the next transfer window. Is that right? Does anyone remember? Does anyone know how we can find out who he is and have a little ogle at him? Because previously, someone like that would be on the transfer activity page, wouldn't he? But he wasn't, because it was empty. Right, Posh is still losing. This isn't acceptable. I thought having a bald manager was the route to success. I mean, I guess this is a chance for Harry Leonard to play some football. He has been our top scorer the last couple of years. Oh, Louis Barry. He was rubbish in the last game. He's having another good game. He's very formy. If he plays well, he's outstanding. If he doesn't, he's not very good. But that's lovely. You can see on the transfer activity screen, but for some reason you have to untick active only. Okay, I'll have a look. We'll have a ramage after this game. First, Posh are going to score in real life before half time. We've got like a minute. So if that could get sorted, that would be tremendous. Doobity-doo, doobity-doo. Right, come on. Football goal. Oh, football goal. Harry Leonard. Beautiful. Posh, you've got 30 seconds in real life. If Harry Leonard could do the same thing in real life, that'd be great. I'm looking for the exact same goal in reality. We've got 20 seconds to do it. Oh! He nearly had a tap in. I signed Josko Radiol on a 5-year deal with 2 years left. I wanted to re-sign him, but he refuses. I agreed a deal with someone and he didn't leave. He obviously wants to leave on a free, I guess. Where's my beverage? Ba 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 ba. Did I miss the third goal going in? I don't remember there being a third goal. I'm delighted to see there was one. I bet it was great. Topher, if you want to insert some commentary of the third goal here, so it looks like I was paying attention. Oh, we did another one immediately. Huzzah! There you go. Splice it all together. Seamless. Watch me live, boys and girls. Who knows what might happen. Right, come on, let's do another. We're gonna. We didn't. Why have I got the blankety blank song in my head? Who's put that in there? Oh my word, what's Brits doing out there? That wasn't ideal. This is the problem with having a sweeper keeper. Occasionally, Richarlison will miss-hit one from the halfway line and it will sneak in. But in the grand scheme of things, it won't matter because you're going to win comfortably. In the balance of things, would rather have the sweeper keeper. It's fine. Doobity-doo, doobity-doo. Blankety blank. Bum, 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 bum. Right, come on. Let's do another football. Look at that for a pass. Look at that for a goal. Come on then. This is jolly good football. Who needs a new striker? We've got Harry Leonard. And he's having a jolly good game. Who have we got on the bench? Chong. I mean, he's probably feeling quite hard done by that he didn't get to start. So we'll bring him on now. And he'll be fine. Quit your whinging. Bum, 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 bum. Right, come on. We want 5. Get Leonard his hat-trick. Don't think that's too much to ask. Poppycock. Still only 3 points off the top of the league. Where are Barnsley? Oh, they're rubbish. They're all the way down here. They're almost as bad as Sheffield Wednesday. Sorry to ask a simple question, but how do you import your squad view and schedule view in FM26? I can't work it out. If you get it off of the Steam Workshop, it should just be there, and then you can just load it up from, you right click there and import to load it in. If you get it anywhere other than the Steam Workshop, you will have to put it in the right folder first. Cullen's out for 3 to 5 weeks, which means a run for Harry Leonard because it's still only October. So you're telling me transfer activity. Yes, this is the guy who's coming in. Lars Skjellerup. 6'5" and quick. It is my dream. This is a 50-goal-a-season striker. In FM24, this would be a 40-goal-a-season striker, without question. His career hasn't necessarily worked out that way in the 12 goals he's got in his career so far. But I would argue he hasn't played in League One yet. So he joins us in January. In the meantime, Leonard's going to have to play a lot between now and then. Oh, we're supposed to be resting these gentlemen. We'll just rest them for one day because we've already continued to Sunday. Do 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 do. Boom 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 boom. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah. What's the sign on the lollipop? Give everyone a little tickle. They'll be fine. Pressure's building on me, apparently. To what end is pressure building on me? What's the matter with him? Go and play. You're rubbish. Go and play for somebody else. You silly boy. What a silly boy. Hello, Finley. You're not a silly boy. You're a good boy because you're tall. How tall? That tall. He's a long boy. Right. Morale is high and he's in great spirits. Good. That's what I was hoping for. I'm all about the great spirits. Do 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 do. Boom. See, that's weird because Leonard isn't injured. It was Cullen who was injured. Leonard's replaced him, but the injured thing is still there. But it's also gone there. So we can see Cullen's injury twice. And I assure you, Leonard is not injured, which is why we're allowed to play him. How very odd. It's Lucas. Thank you very much for 2 months. Rent-a-Ghost. I don't know what Rent-a-Ghost is. Should I know what Rent-a-Ghost is? What's the sign on the lollipop? Do 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 do. Shut up, Kevin. My word. Right, why are we not winning the league? Who are we playing? Millwall, they're above us. Do a football, for goodness sakes. Rent-a-Ghost is an 80s kids programme. Sounds like it was probably on ITV. I know nothing about it. We didn't watch ITV in my house. We had standards. Plus, I'm too young to remember an 80s TV show. Come on now. How do you find players to bring in on trial without director of football recommendations? Scouting. My scouted players list is absolutely riddled with options to bring in on trial. You're only 28. I'm 27, actually. Think you'll find. 28. Do I look 28 to you? My word. Not a day over 27. Right, come on, you plums. Do a football. Bum 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 bum. Oh. Niblets. Offside, referee. Book him for that. That's cheating. I'm a similar age as you, Kev, and I don't remember Rent a Ghost. Just Googled it, and it started in the 70s, which is before my time. There you go. See, we're too young for that. Us 20-somethings. We don't remember stuff from the 70s or the 80s or the 90s. We're too young. Ba 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. I remember repeats of Rent a Ghost. What channel was it on? I bet it was on ITV. BBC, really? Was it in the Blue Peter slot? Because we didn't really watch anything at that time because I hated Blue Peter. And that was on like 2 or 3 nights a week. So we'd just turn the TV off at like 5:05 after news round. The TV would go off for half an hour until Neighbours. BBC during the school holidays. Oh, I wasn't watching telly during the school holidays. I was too busy having a childhood. I'd be out playing. We'd go out and play football all day. We're going to lose, aren't we? We haven't got enough strikerness. We're having to play Grumpy Ennis up front. Go out until the streetlights came on. I mean, we'd just be out until my mum called us in. The big field that we played football on was behind our house, so when it was time to come in, we'd just get called in. Told you Ennis was a good striker. But if someone mentions Trapdoor, you'd remember that. Doesn't ring any bells. The name rings bells. The programme, though. Couldn't tell you what Trapdoor was. Came home when I was hungry, exactly, or thirsty. Because back then, obviously, we'd drink like twice a day. We wouldn't need water bottles or anything like that. It was obviously better water back then. It kept you hydrated better. What do you mean you need to drink all day long? I'd be running around in the sun and just come back and drink a couple of pint glasses full of water in one go. Count Duckula, I remember. Absolutely, I remember Count Duckula. That was great. Have I ever met Susan Boyle? No. Why would I have met Susan Boyle? Sometimes I get some insane questions. Come on, hold on, chaps. Because if you do, we start... What are Burton doing up there? Who invited them to this promotion party? Oh, no. Children's Ward was ITV. I remember that existing and I remember hating it. It was like Coronation Street for kids. It was as bad as Grange Hill, which was EastEnders for kids. I didn't like the adult soap operas. Certainly don't want to see the kids' soap operas. That's annoying. 94th minute equaliser. Boo and hiss. Don't all British people go to the same supermarket? Yeah, there's only one. We all go to the same geographical location. We each get allocated a day each year where we can go and buy our food. And then that's it. We don't get to go to the supermarket again until the following year. That's why we call it the big shop, exactly. We do it once a year. Oh, hello. We've got Pep on the phone now. Hello, Pep. What do you want? I'm playing him outside of his agreed position. It was agreed he'd mainly play as a goalkeeper. What position do you think he's playing in, Pep? I assure you, he is playing as a goalkeeper. He's got gloves and everything. Why isn't Spike Britz playing as a goalkeeper? He literally is, Pep. You, at 56 years old, have lost your mind. Fuzzy Ferret, thank you for 2 months. I don't know what to say to the man. Don't be... I'm going to say to Pep Guardiola, don't be obtuse. I've got a big time Pep. When he's your player permanently, you can use him any way you like. Until then, though, I want to see what was agreed for... He literally is playing in goal, Pep. On the whole, I think I've done as I've been asked. Well, I don't think I'll be sending any more players on loan to you after this episode. That might be a problem. I have to say I'm not happy with how this has gone. I think we better leave it for now. I don't think we're going to have Spike Britz for the second half of the season. But hang on. Where's his face? Pep, get back here. Where's your face? I thought everything was licensed. Do managers not have faces? How do I get to the Premier League? Because I haven't noticed that. Do any managers have faces? How do I find the manager of this football club? Manager. Apparently they've got a affiliation with Leipzig. I don't even know how to find out who the manager is. Where do we think it would be? Club staff? Manager? They don't have faces. I didn't realise the managers weren't licensed. Well, there you go. It's only all the players have got faces. I wonder what the reason for managers not having faces is. That's interesting. Thomas Tuchel is Chelsea manager. Well, there you go. Very interesting. Face packing coming. I might have to look into it. Yeah. I just really wanted to avoid doing any kind of mods because, yeah, they're paying his salary. Of course, I'm going to continue to loan. I don't want to give the game anything else to get confused about. Jack Grealish has no face. Interesting. That's probably for the best in my house. Stop Anna looking at him. She's a Jack Grealish fan. Probably because me and him look so alike. She obviously has a type. Right. She just moan every time I have my hair cut. I might do. Should I grow my hair like Grealish? Can you imagine? We're playing Leyton Orient in the FA Cup. Let's beat them. Kev also wears a headband. I mean, I have been known to wear a headband before. I once taught an entire morning of lessons with a top knot. Back when I was a teacher, because my hair got so long, we managed to bunch it up into the top, get it all together and put it into a top knot on my head, and I just wore it all morning. Because why not? Come on, Posh. For goodness sake. Trying to do a stream here and you're ruining it for everybody. We were supposed to be winning this match and winning the league. You must have been a very young teacher. I was a very young teacher. I was 19 when I left teaching. Because it was 8 years ago. Ba, 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 ba. You sound like my eldest daughter with the fact checking on me being 27. Because she's 23 now. She takes issue with me telling everyone I'm 27. Moaning about the maths not mathsing. I just think she never learnt to add up properly. 27 is still older than 23. It's really simple maths. Orient are probably a League 2 team, aren't they? No, they're in League 1. I don't know how to get back. Well. How do we get back to the football? Can we just click? No. How about if we go in? Oh, well. Hey, we're back. Hey, we're back. Lovely. Perfect stuff. Football goal, everybody. Incidentally, I didn't know you could click on there and get the team to load up. There have been a number of times in videos where I've wished that I could, because again, that version, not clickable. That version, clickable. We click there, it gives us this useless screen. Click there, useful screen. Very odd. Right, come on, let's win. Let's go attacking. It's the FA Cup. We want the magic of the cup. I love magic, me. Oh. I like Luke Williams's lovely coat. How do I get a lovely coat like his lovely coat? Do I have to shave my head? He's not only got a bald head, which is obviously quite important for a modern football manager. He's got one of those lovely coats that they all wear. Rich man coat. I need to get a rich man coat. So I look like a real football manager. Missed the first 2 hours of the stream because I had a meeting 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Who showed there was a meeting at that time? I mean, it sounds like you. You do. You did. That's where you were. Take a screenshot on your phone of it and ask ChatGPT. Can you do that? I do not utilise ChatGPT enough. That's very clever. Come on then. I could put my metas on and ask them. Then I'd have to faff around putting my contact lenses in first, which is a lot of faff. And I can't use the computer for long periods with the contact lenses in. It hurts my delicate little eyeballs. And the last thing any of us want is for me to hurt my delicate little eyeballs. I'm sure you'll agree. We're just freshening up the attack. I like having a bigger bench. This is good. Clates did a ChatGPT video where he asked it what he should do. It was hilarious. It does sound pretty funny. Today's the day the teddy bears have their picnic. Favourite member of the A-Team. I'm not allowed to watch the A-Team because I slapped my mum. Sorry, what was that? You heard? I'm not allowed to watch the A-Team because I slapped my mum. I can't be any clearer than that. I was very small. I had to stand on the arm of the chair. And I think she asked me to do something. And I just stood on the arm of the chair. Gave her a slap, similar to the slap that had just been in the A-Team. And from that moment on, wasn't allowed to watch the A-Team anymore. And that has never been rescinded. So I'm still not allowed to watch the A-Team. I mean, we're probably going back 38 years, which is a challenge when I'm only 27. It was a long time ago. I think the statute of limitations has passed. That's not how the statute of limitations works, though, is it? I received my sentence. I'm still serving it. They don't let you out of prison because the statute of limitation has passed. Similar to how I'm not allowed to drink if I'm eating soup because it gives me tummy ache. That was always the rule. I've never been told that's not the rule. Anna gets very cross about it and says you don't still have to follow these rules. Well, I've never been told that I don't have to follow it anymore. My mum died 20 years ago. She can't reverse the decision. So I'm not allowed to drink if I'm eating soup. I'll get tummy ache. I'll never know if that's still true or not because I'm not allowed to test the theory because I've been told. I was told not to eat sweets before dinner, still follow it. Exactly. Rules are rules. Forest green, eh? Mums say these things for a reason. Exactly. Yeah, I've had some interesting rules. I mean, I was an interesting child. I was an undiagnosed autistic kid. Because autism didn't exist in the 80s, apparently. I was quite the handful. My mum's rules all got overridden when I got married. And see, I'm not married, so... Again, Anna does try to use that argument that I should be following her rules now. She should have put a ring on it. This all seems to be in order. Oh, it's my young player. My youngster. He is quite the goal scorer. We're going to get him on in this match. Fleming, thank you very much for 74 months. Rules didn't seem to matter when you bought players on the Never Never in the network game. They were nonsense rules. And I would like to point out, I was following the rules. They changed the rules. If you want to go back, I mean, I am not. I follow rules. It's what I do. Oh my word, we are gonna have to bring him on. There you go. What a way to make your debut. Straight in. 1 minute in. He's been scoring at a goal a game for the reserves all season. But yeah, in the network game, we said it was only the first window we weren't going to use the Never Never. And then they said, well, we did. That's literally what we said. It was all there on the internet, on stream. It wasn't like there were secret conversations. They were being broadcast. I have many, many witnesses that we agreed to those rules for the first transfer window only. We also agreed we weren't going to download tactics. Do, 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 do. Right, here he is, look. Do a goal. Do a goal. Did he? No, it was Barry. Do, 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 do. I love the fact that Work the Fun Sucker has been auto-modded for bullying. That's quite an advanced auto mod. Bum 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 bum. Come on, Posh! Goodness me! What are you up to? You silly boys. Oh, Garbit's coming on. He's playing for me here. Leonard's just gone off, just like he has for me here. It's all very exciting. Man City are still losing, are they? So Haaland stopped scoring again, has he? He's had his little purple patch. Now he'll disappear for a bit again, the way he likes to do. Kev shouts at real Peterborough, but not stream one. Well, there's no shout button anymore. I don't need a button to shout at the telly. He's not playing. Why is he not playing? Do they have another striker? Who's playing up front for City? I thought they only had one striker at the club. Because they only needed that one. They've rotated. Yeah, but to who? Who's their backup striker? Marmouche. Is he a striker? Tim, thank you very much for 9 months. The way you lot are talking about some of these Champions League matches, I'm starting to worry that some of you aren't watching Posh on the telly. Which is a little alarming. Because the agreement was we were going to watch Posh together as a lovely group. Why have we got a bunch of kids on the bench for this match? We've given 3 debuts here. When did we agree that? Start of the stream, I said that's what we were doing. You didn't argue. That sounds like agreement. Thorn, thank you very much for 12 months. Officially the best year of your life. Football. Football. I wasn't here at the start, so can I be excused? I mean, I'm gonna need a note, I think. So Barcelona are losing, are they? To Chelsea. Interesting. Hopefully Chelsea getting all their good football out of their system this evening before I head to Stamford Bridge at the weekend. Man City are 2-0 down. Wowzers. Wowzers. We are still only 3 points at the top. Inexplicably, still down in 5th place. And now we've lost Leonard for 3 weeks. We are running out of strikers. It's still only November. Can we have my tall boy in now? I was screwed over by the transfer window anyway, because we tried to sign him at the end of the summer. My sister and her boyfriend are going to that game. Ha, nice. You should tell them to wave at me. Say, look, there's Kev. Hi, Kev. There you go. Quick Pick says start Chong up front. Which, based on that goal he scored, might not be the worst idea we could have. Right, Posh is still losing. I don't approve of what I'm seeing. Not that I've really been able to watch much of the game. There you go. We've now fixed that problem. He's now playing in his correct position. Should we adjust Brits? We're probably not going to. We're playing Birmingham. Ah, Garbett up front. We used him up front a lot before. Why are you on the bench? There we go. Thing is, his best position, I mean, we don't want to upset Pep, so we'll make him a goalkeeper. If that's what Pep insists on, he can be a goalkeeper. We don't want to have him be recalled. Aubameyang has just got a second from Marseille. Who are Marseille playing? Newcastle. Ah, okay. God, talk about Europa League on a Tuesday. My word. Who let them two in? Right, Kyle, let's do a football goal. Oh, it's a penalty kick. Lovely. Lovely old stuff. Oh, fiddlesticks. It is fascinating to see that Aubameyang's still scoring goals in the Champions League in 2025, though. He was finished like 4 years ago. Marseille have won the Champions League. Well, they've won the European Cup, not the Champions League. That was the first Champions League final I remember watching. It was on my year 6 school residential trip. We went to Buxton or Matlock or somewhere like that up in Derbyshire. And we all sat in the lounge of the hotel. I guess it was on the Wednesday night and watched the European Cup final. That would have been, I guess, 92, 93, around then. I guess 93, if it was year 6. Was it year 6 or year 5 we did the residential? What year did Marseille win the European Cup? I want to say 93. It was the first Champions League year. I'm not having that. It wasn't 97. I don't think. 96, right, hold on. Marseille. I'm Googling it because I now need to test if my memory's right. So Marseille. 93, like I said. But it was the Champions League according to this. Really? It was rebranded in 1992. Gordon Bennett. I thought it was like 2005 that was rebranded. Well, there you go. But Marseille was 93. So it was year 6 we went on that trip. So that was the first Champions League final I remember. Boo. Offside. Good. Him playing in League One makes a mockery of everything. Boo him every time he gets near the ball. Them getting relegated with him in the team shows how bad they are. Makes sense. Right, this is from YouTube, boys and girls. I'm confused on multiple levels. Makes sense the Spurs fan doesn't like seeing Newcastle in the Champions League. I'm not bothered about seeing Newcastle in the Champions League. I am bothered about being referred to as a Spurs fan. That is quite troubling. And I am alarmed at how anyone could draw the conclusion from my content that I was a Spurs fan. You've managed them on FM a lot over the years. Yeah, because they're a decent mid-table team that you can take over and not win everything straight away. It's good for the story. It makes it more interesting than going straight to a big club. Everyone knows Spurs and Peterborough are the same. Look, all I know, there are 2 football stadiums you go past on the East Coast main line down to London, and there are 2 football shirts that you see all over Peterborough on a Saturday. It's Posh and Arsenal. Peterborough Station on a Saturday lunchtime when Arsenal are playing. It's a sea of red. You always call them a top 6 team. They are. They're bottom of the top 6. Well done, Spurs. Well done. And I think you'll find, I mean, not that we're going down this route again. I think you'll find I said big 6, not top 6. Which is a different thing. I did explain. Is Wrexham hated in the Football League because of the rich owners? I mean, it's not just rich owners. It's the cheating to win. It's fine to have rich owners, but when you buy your success with those rich owners, it then becomes financial doping. It is cheating. That's why they're hated. Just having rich owners is fine. It's when they throw the money around that it becomes a problem for everybody else. Virtu Trophy again. This will be an instant result. Instant result. And instant result. Right, that's us knocked out of that, I think. Yeah, we've been knocked out of that. Good. Now we can focus on proper football. Right, Posh is still losing. I'm not comfortable with it. If that situation could be resolved, that would be super. Do 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 do. Oh, I'm gonna have to cheer myself up with some Weetabix and marmalade after this, aren't I? Misery. Today's the day the teddy bears have their picnic. Lovely stuff. Should we sign Patrick Roberts? I feel like I've signed him plenty of times over the years. I don't think we need any more wingers, though. We've got many wingers. Right, we're going to bottom of the league. We should be winning this next one. Come on, Posh, for goodness sake, do a football goal. Do a football goal. Do a football goal. Do a football goal. It's that good old-fashioned chant that's sung around the country. Devon Creel, thank you very much for 30 months. Forgot how this works, but I'm enjoying both series of FM26. Thank you very much. One of the stars of that Leamington team. And the YTJ is in with 49 months as well, and we've lost another striker. All of our strikers are breaking. Okay, Leonard's fit again. Thought I was going to have to play up front. Oh, Pep, do one. He is playing as a goalkeeper. My word. What more does that man want from me? I've literally changed his role to goalkeeper now. And he's still moaning. Are there two roles called goalkeeper? Does he have to be a goalkeeper out of position as well? I mean, it's becoming absurd. Fine, you're a goalkeeper. You're Manchester City. I can't believe Pep Guardiola is having a moan at me for using one of his young players. Oh, you used him as a sweeper keeper. You're playing him in the role I would want to use him in if he ever got good enough to play for me. Don't teach him to do that. Teach him to be Joe Hart. Right. Can we go top of the league here, please? Possibly we can if results go our way, I think. Oh, it's Mr. Tickle in goal. We always struggle against Mr. Tickle. But not... Okay, we're still struggling. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Right, come on, chaps. That applies to both versions of Peterborough United currently looking for a goal. Shoot! 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 It's only Mr. Tickle. What's the worst that could happen? We've had 70% possession in this game and we're going to score. Bottom of the league, Wigan. We could go top here and we're going to balls it up. Ba 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 ba. They've got a Sessignon at fullback. That's two players you wouldn't expect to be bottom of the league in League One. Right, come on, longish throw. Shoot. Somebody shoot. Shoot. This is my centre-back, boys and girls. That's what we do. That's why we should be playing him as an advanced centre-back. That's what he wants to be. Maybe we should be playing him as a libero. Because look at this. This is brilliant. He's proving his point that he should be playing in that role. Maybe we make Ashby a normal fullback. And have Ashby staying back and Graham can go dancing. Is he left-footed? Because we play him on the left. Is that because he's left-footed? Yeah. We can't really have Magoma as the fullback who stays back. Right, come on, let's have another one. Oh, Louis Barry. Nearly. Come on, Posh. Why are we not winning? We usually win these days. That's a penalty kick. Come along then. Yeah, I see. Mr. Bleeping Tickle. Here we go. Bang! Oh, Mr. Tickle. Why has Brits got an assist for a missed penalty? What's that all about? Oh, that's a pass. Oof. Oof. Right. Come on then. Keep doing what you're doing. Let's go top of the league. They've got Lollos. We sold him to them. I don't think he was on at the start, was he? It's about 10 minutes to go in the real football. So we're winning, but we'd still be 4 points behind. I thought we could go top today. Interesting. It all seems to have gone wrong. Oh. Oh. Come on, we need another one. I don't understand how we're going to bottom of the league with Mr. Tickle. They've only got 9 points all season. How? Are they just rubbish in every other position? Because their goalkeeper is very, very good. He's probably the best goalkeeper in the league. And as usual, we're struggling to get past him. Oh, Spike Brits is the best goalkeeper in the league. Do, 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 do. Right. Leonard is going to come. Oh, Cullen's not fit. We'll stick Garbett up front. Chong can come on. We don't want to risk Leonard too much as he recovers from injury. Right. I'm gonna have fun. We're going with an advanced centre back because I want to see what happens. We saw him set up the goal. So Mackley's going to tuck in at right back. And Mackley and Burns, the two right-sided defenders, are going to stay back while Graham and Magoma, the two left-sided ones, go forward. I can't see how this can possibly go wrong. Look, he's up to a 7.8. He loves playing as an advanced centre-back. We might have to build the tactic around him. He's our most expensive signing for like 2 seasons. I mean, what we could do is play him as an inside fullback because he's a centre-back. And now we really can have him dancing off up the pitch. So we've got basically a back three when we've got the ball now. And we're doing all this with no striker on the pitch. Right, come on. Football. Football? Yeah, not him. Go attack him. We were supposed to be going top of the league to end the stream this evening. I mean, we've got a little bit of time. But not winning against this lot is silly. It's like I've messed around with the back four. And we now can't defend. That doesn't sound like me. Bobbins. Bob Bins. Today's the day the teddy bears have their picnic. Jimmy J. Morgan's player of the week. Is he back at this level? We had him on loan in our first season. He's on loan in real life at Posh. Who's he playing for? Chesterfield. On loan from Leicester. He's getting around a bit, isn't he? Scoring goals now. I mean, he's been a bit different for Chesterfield than he was for us in the first season. To be fair, I did play him at left back quite a lot. It's all coming back to me now. We did play him at left back a lot. I wonder why we just haven't been getting promoted. It's weird how slow progress has been in this save. It's fine. Recruitment advice, eh? Being a bit button clicky. That doesn't sound like me. Do teddy bears always have picnics? Of course they do. And Paddington loves marmalade sandwiches. I bet he likes marmalade on his Weetabix as well. He's just a marmalade fan. least he's not Rupert the Bear. That's the important thing. That scumbag Rupert. Right. Where are Sal in the league? 10th. Let's just beat them then. That seems to be the easy solution. Come on, Louis. If you score today, we'll finally let you have a surname. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Louis Barry Chapman. I said he could have a surname if he scores. He gets my surname. Congratulations, Louis Barry Chapman. I'm not sure if I've married him or adopted him. How old is he? Today's the day the teddy bears have. Love that kickoff. It's my favourite one. Posh, you're going to score a goal, hopefully. Probably not like that. 7 minutes of time added on, though. Can you hear the roar? Come on, Louis Barry Chapman. That's a foul. Why is Liam Delap being typed in my chat? What's he done? He's no Micah Beerith. Poor man's Micah Beerith. Barcelona are rubbish, are they? Interesting. I'm just happy to see Chelsea getting all their goals out of their system tonight. It's for the best. Near post corner? No. Hit it too hard. Bob, 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 bob. Are we top of the league yet? Up to 5th. 3 points behind Burton. How can we be below a clothes shop in the league? That's just silly. Come on, let's have another. We're playing some good football again. Even though we're not really getting the ball. We don't need the ball. Having the ball is for cowards. We can score without the ball, as we've shown by that scoreline. Here he goes. Well, there he went. Kick him. It might be time to make Graham an advanced playmaker, advanced centre-back again. Man United must be kicking themselves over McTominay. If he was still at Man United, he'd be part of their back three. He didn't magically become a different player. He just went to a team that played him in his actual position, rather than as a centre-back / holding midfield player. He wouldn't be starting for Manchester United ahead of Bruno, would he? Oh, it's like Ten Hag was a rubbish manager. I mean, he wasn't the only manager that McTominay had at Man United. He was mismanaged by all of them. He was very much profiled as a defensive midfielder. I'd start him ahead of Xerxes. Yeah, but you wouldn't have done 3 years ago. I distinctly remember Manchester United fans despising him. The McTominay and Fred partnership was mocked constantly. It was the source of all Man United's problems. I distinctly remember that being the big weakness at Manchester United for quite a long time. We did a near post corner. Fred was awful too. Maybe someone should try playing him up front. Posh have been awful tonight. Hope the stream is going better. Yeah, it's not ideal what I'm seeing by glancing up at the telly. We are up to 5th in the league in Fantasyland, so that's nice. Fred isn't a striker. I mean, McTominay wasn't a number 10. Well, it's 97 minutes now in the Posh game. It looks like we have to accept defeat. And there you go. It is all over. And I think on that note, we'll call the stream all over there as well, because I need to go and have a little cry about how the comeback under a bald manager is over. Fergie will be back by the weekend. That's the logical course of action from here. We've not managed to climb out of the relegation zone as we were supposed to. It's all gone wrong. I'm very upset. I will be back streaming again on Thursday night. But for now, boys and girls, toodle pip. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye now.